everyone, and welcome to Millbrook School, not Hogwarts, I'm sorry. But we're here to talk about snowy owls today. Welcome to our 9th episode of Live from the Trevor Zoo. We can't wait to welcome you back here in person, but for right now, we'll be here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on Facebook Live. I'm Kyleen Depew. I'm the Animal Care Coordinator here at the Trevor Zoo. Before the Trevor Zoo, I graduated from Cornell University in 2011 with a bachelor's in animal science. As the Animal Care Coordinator, I oversee the care of our animals each and every day. I oversee their husbandry, their enrichment, and then their vet visit checkups. With the AZA, I work with our species survival plans to transfer animals and make sure that they're in the best breeding situations that they can be. Today's episode, we're going to talk about snowy owls, and it's a species native to North America and found throughout Canada, and they can actually be seen in the northern part of the United States and even in New York. They migrate down here during the winters, and that's mainly based on food population, so their numbers can vary from year to year. Now we're going to take a look at some of our snowy owls, and if you have any questions throughout this, please post them in our chat and we'll answer them at the end. The first picture is of my son, Roland. He was a snowy owl for Halloween one year. He loves owls, as many little kids do. And the next picture is of our first snowy owl here at the Trevor Zoo. This is Owen. Owen came to the zoo in 1993. He was a rehab animal, like many of the birds of prey at the zoo. Through feather sexing, we actually found out that Owen was a she. She had been found in the wild with a severe wing injury, which required the wing to be removed. Owen wasn't able to be released again, so she lived here at the Trevor Zoo until she passed away from natural causes in 2015. She spent 22 years here at the zoo, which is significant because in the wild, snowy owls only live for about 10 to 15 years. In March of 2018, we actually welcomed Piper and Flacca from the Tulsa Zoo. They were hatched in the Tulsa Zoo at June of 2017. This is a picture of one of them as young. They were 2 of 4 owls hatched in a clutch. There were 3 females and 1 male. Their father, Harry, is the grandson of Tulsa Zoo's original 1990 breeding pair. These are fully flighted female owls who are part of the species survival plan and were moved here based on a recommendation. After some time in our holding facility, they were moved into our North American aviary and are now located in our largest bird of prey exhibit, where you can see them when you come back to the zoo. So, here are some facts about snowy owls. The scientific name is Buboscandiacus. They have discs of stiff feathers around their eyes that reflect sound waves to their ears openings. They must capture the equivalent of 7 to 12 mice a day to meet their food requirements. In the wild, they eat lemmings, rabbits, rodents, birds, and fish. Snowy owls are active during the day as well as night, unlike most owls. They spend their summers in the Arctic regions, allowing them to hunt continuously over a 24-hour daylight cycle instead of at night like most owls. Snowy owls will stick close to the ground even when flying and prefer treeless open landscapes, which is why sometimes they are found at airports. They use exceptional hearing and vision to find prey, which they swallow whole. Their breeding habitat is in the tundra. Due to their thick layer of feathers, snowy owls are the largest owl by weight of all North American owls. They're also the fastest North American owl. They can fly at speeds up to 60 miles per hour. As one of the heaviest North American owls, the snowy owl stands at nearly half a meter tall with a wingspan of almost 1.5 meters. As is the case with most diurnal birds, those active during the day, the female is larger and heavier than the male. The average weight of a female is 2.3 kilograms compared to a male's 1.8 kilograms. Adult males may be almost pure white in color, while adult females are darker. Their feathers are more barred, which are the lines through it, with dark brown. The light coloration of snowy owls provides them with camouflage when the owls are perched on snow, but this advantage is lost in the summertime. A dense layer of down overlaid with thick feathering insulates the snowy owl's entire body, including the legs and toes. This enables the bird to maintain a body temperature of 38 to 40 degrees Celsius, even when air temperatures reach negative 50 degrees Celsius. The average lifespan of a snowy owl in the wild is 10 years. Snowy owls sometimes move southward in the fall in great numbers. This movement is called eruption. They can travel as far south as Texas and Florida and have even been sighted in Hawaii. Research shows that an eruption echoes a successful nesting season in the Arctic. Okay, let's have a look at our snowy owl exhibit and go say hello to Piper and Flacca. We're going to bring them their food and give them some enrichment. Hi, today I'm going to show you how to feed our snowy owls, Piper and Flacca. I'm going to grab their diet from the fridge. So they are fed mice and chicks. We get these from a number of suppliers and they come frozen, and then we thaw them and we give them the proper amount, and we give them just a little bit more than what they normally need, so that way there's no competition in their exhibits between the two of them. So I'm going to take you out to their exhibit. I always check their enrichment before I go out. Today they're going to get some scents.
Water?
Oh yeah. And I need their fresh water. Piper and Flacca are found here in our North American section of the zoo.
What other birds of prey do we have over here?
The other birds of prey that we have over here are red-tailed hawks. We have barred owls, a red-shouldered hawk, a Cooper's hawk, great horned owls, and screech owls.
And these guys are by themselves, right?
Yep, they are by themselves.
How long have these guys been in this exhibit?
They've been here for 3 years, and they've been in this exhibit about 2. In the summer, we turn on their pool, and they have a freshwater pool with running water throughout, and it runs from this aviary to the other. And then I'll change their water buckets for right now. All right. So they're a little hard to tell apart. They both have microchips. And their names are Piper and Flacca. They came to us from the Tulsa Zoo in Oklahoma. I'm going to spray.
And they were born in that zoo, right?
Yep, and they were hatched there. And I like to spread out the food in at least 2 or 3 piles, so that way they each have an opportunity to eat. There you go.
Is that little hissing sound she's making, is that just hello, or is that stay away from me?
That's stay away. I'm going to pick up your old food. So these guys are fully flighted. They have full wingspans, and they're part of the species survival plan for them. We're hoping that at some point they will be put with a male and bred. We weigh them every 3 months, so they get weighed 4 times a year, so seasonally, more so if they need it. They get parasite treatment, and they get a vet checkup. They also receive the West Nile vaccine, because West Nile is prevalent in New York, just to protect them. And they have very sharp talons and really strong feet with the feathers on them. That's to keep them warm, and then they also have really strong beaks. Hi. So we're also going to look at some websites that are favorites for information on owls, birds of prey, and other birds. Let's have a look at some of our favorites. So these are some great resources. One of our favorites is the Audubon website at www.audubon.org. The National Audubon Society protects birds and the places they need throughout the Americas using science, advocacy, education, and on-the-ground conservation. They have online field guides, and here's the snowy owl page. While they are not endangered, they are in fact listed by the IUCN as of least concern. Climate change will impact them, and here's a map of their breeding range shrinking due to climate change. And next up, we have the Cornell's Lab of Ornithology, All About Birds website, which is always a must-go. Here's their page on snowy owls. It has lots of photos and some videos too. You can also listen on here to the calls and sounds of snowy owls. And here's a great map that shows their range and where they breed in the summers, and then they head south in the winters. All right. The Owl Research Institute. Since 1992, the Owl Research Institute has been studying snowy owls in Barrow, Alaska. They are the first researchers in the world to track snowy owls by satellites. They also have a live streaming nest camera that runs between June 1st and September 1st when snowy owls are nesting in the Arctic. During that time, there are 24 hours of sunlight in the Arctic, so you can tune in at any time to see what's happening at the nest. This is one of the nests from last season, some footage of it. They should be back in their nests by June. One more interesting fact about snowy owls is they tend to be rather nomadic, and their migrations vary greatly year to year. One particular snowy owl who has a GPS tracker backpack on him is named Baltimore. We found this great video on YouTube produced by NPR about this and about his journeys. Here's a clip from the video.
Called the operation Project Snowstorm. Among the tagged owls was a young male named Baltimore. He had hatched way up in the Arctic the previous summer. His mom had kept his egg warm for a month while his dad brought her food. When he hatched, he was an ugly ball of fluff. His dad now brought him food too, and his mom chased off hungry foxes. He grew quickly, learning to hop on strong legs and then fly. He migrated south, finally stopping at Martin State Airport in Baltimore, Maryland. It probably reminded him of the wide tundras of his birth, but planes regularly kill owls, so humans caught Baltimore, gave him a backpack, and released him on a remote beach.
So you can watch the rest of that video online, and we provided the link in our website. I'm going to take some questions and answers, but this is another great resource that we have in our mill, which is our gift shop, and you can pick it up in person the next time that you're here. I'll take some questions, and if you have any questions about snowy owls, just drop them in the chat. We've had a few questions already from Chase about warm weather. Can they survive in the warm weather? Yes, that they do get overheated, so we keep them nice and cool. They do fine during the summer here, but they definitely prefer the winter. Their beaks are sharp. They do eat prey items, so they tear into them using their beaks. It does look like they're always smiling, and that they are, that's just kind of their coloration. And then males definitely have less coloration. The movie with Baltimore is actually a male. He looks very white compared to our females who have a lot of the dark barring on them. Hi, Augie. I do not know why they have yellow eyes in their coloration, but a lot of our owls have yellow eye colorations. I guess it's just the color of their eyes. So if that's it for questions, I'd like to thank you all for coming and joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You can watch this on YouTube, and you can check out any of our websites that we posted about during this podcast. I hope that you will join us next week for more live from the Trevor Zoo. And then be sure to check out any of our live streaming cameras at www.millbrook.org, just Trevor Zoo Live. And on there we cover our pandas and our lemurs. And then we look forward to seeing you next week online, but then we also look forward to welcome you back here in person, hopefully very soon. Stay safe. Thank you.